Oh god, am I late? Well, good thing I mentioned on my schedule that I'd be delayed. Alright, let's see here. Suppose we can go to the gold saucer first. Mini cackpot, what am I gonna get today? Ooh. Fudger nickels. Well, 36. Isn't that like the lowest amount I could actually get? Yeah, that was literally the lowest amount I could get. Oh, sweet! We got a 10 grand. Yes! I'm rolling in the money now. 3,600 too. All in all, that's some good shit. Good shit indeed. Alright, let's see. No. Wait a sec, I got shit in here. Curse belt. There's the helmet. There's the gloves. Belt. I should probably switch over to that. Yeah, that's low enough not to really worry about it. Some booties there. Legs. Got the trousers. Yeah, I can literally do that. Alright. Get rid of all this stuff here. Let's get on the new stuff. There we go. We are now kitted out. What's the helmet look like? Nah. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I will go helmetless. I will definitely go helmetless. Let's see here. Oh, wait. How much of that stuff's at 100? Let's extract the materia first before I forget. Almost just destroyed it without grabbing the materia. We got all the materia taken care of, so let's get some more inventory back. Slowly increase my desynthesis level in the process. Long killed. So wait. Claymore of the Heavens. What's that look like? What's that look like? And that's pretty nice. Alright. Desynthesize all this heaven shit. Ooh. Clusters. And I should probably do that. I was a little late today. Let's see, I want to increase codex. The guy's jackboots. Rings of Fending. Yeah, all those greens can go. Should probably take a look and see what upcoming event is coming up. You can have all the materia. Probably gonna end up having to buy the minion that can be obtained from this. Let's see. One day you'll get new gear, my fishing minion. One day. One day you will have all the fishing power you want. But that day is not today. Ooh, Air Force One. Okay, that definitely will be worthwhile. I'll do the Manderville dance while waiting the 2 minutes remaining. Finish my egg roll too. Alright, I'm gonna take care of my plate. I'll be right back. Let's do this. Oh. I'm gonna be the first dead. I'm gonna be the first dead. Bye-bye. First in line. Now the question is, am I gonna fuck up and hit one bomb at the end and feel ashamed of myself? That is the question of the day. Because then I could get upset about losing another 1,000 MGP. Alright. Okay. Starting off strong. Ah, I can't shoot the lovebirds. A little bit of patience pays off. Oh, it's Ultros. I have not seen him here in ages. That's it for the bonus phase. Just a little further to the end. Plenty of time for me to make one last mistake. Alright. I did it! No mistakes this time. No mistakes. Only perfection. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, let's see. Alright, first things first, let's get the beast tribes out of the way. From there, we can decide to finally advance in the story quest afterwards. Because that's what I've decided I'm going to do today. See if I can unlock Bosnia. Let's see. Samurai. There we go. Big sleep. Non-combat. Moss fungus. I believe that's a combat. Porkside perfection. Not a combat. Alright. Alright, we'll go that way. Ah, they're all right by each other. That's actually pretty good. It's pretty good indeed. Oh, I was too far away to get the blossom. Okay, moving on. Ignore the butterflies. They will cause you to crash and burn. Mostly crash. Alright. Now, do I prank the sleeping Pixie or not? Sadly, I don't have a prank option. Of course, then again, knowing what I know about the Pixies is when they start doing these long sleeps like this one's doing, their life as a Pixie is almost over. So, be a little bit cruel to pick on her. Okay, where are you at? Oh, there you are. Gotta manually dismount that way. Alright. Just one more for this daily. Let's see here. There it is. We'll activate you. And then we'll move on to the next set of dailies. Give me the power. Surprise. Alright. Let's teleport back here and turn these in. Get these all turned in. I wonder if I should like get a camera set like right here so it's like more on level with me. And I do not know why I dismounted, like distracted myself. Changing my setup thoughts. Distract myself. That is obnoxious looking chocobo. That is one of the more obnoxious ones. On the other hand, right next to it's one of the cooler looking chocobos I've seen, so I suppose there's that. And we got that. Alright. Pull out our leather worker. Gonna be 78 today, nice. Hostile. Assuming I didn't misclick, in which case I'm gonna have to fucking teleport again. But I don't think I misclicked. Hopefully. Okay. That's a relief. Hard to believe they just like made all these tanks. Pretty badass though. Wood, heart, oh. Boom and bust. Well, that one's always nice. Is he gonna get blown up by the explosives today or not? Engine component. Alright. Let's be lazy and turn into a weaver for that. Beast tribes, engine component. There we go. Instant high quality. Master of masters. Gone. There we go. Alright. Go back to leatherworker. And what one are we making? We're making cask components. Alright. We gotta store the fuel somewhere. I do think it's kind of funny that they use alcohol literally as a fuel source. I know ethanol's in it and whatnot, but but they're literally drinking the fuel that goes into the tanks sometimes. So it's definitely more alcohol related than what we have. All right, let's see. Go turn these in. Dun 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 dun. Actually thinking about it, did I lower the sound too much? Let's see. That should be a bit better. I think I lowered it too much and just never really realized it. Alright. Explosive. Yeah, he's not gonna get blown up today. Not gonna get blown up at all. Don't know why he couldn't carry his own explosives, but I'm not really gonna question such an easy quest. Any more than I already just did, but ah. Hi, Senna. Welcome to the stream. I am going to be advancing in the story today. Welcome to the stream, Veil of Tears. And yeah, I can definitely carry all the bombs I want in this tank. Alright, let's see. Let's turn in this stuff here. Wait, people like were mispronouncing your name? But it's an obvious name. Deer meat? What the hell? Why would they call you deer meat? That doesn't sound right. Veil confuses them. Okay. Veil confuses them. I guess I never thought of things like wedding veils and whatnot. But like, I still can't believe that people instantly thought deer meat. Like, even though my family used to like get that like once a year in hunting season, like even I wouldn't have thought that. But yeah, after I'm done with the last 3 beast tribes here, I think I'm gonna advance through the final things of the story and try to unlock the post-game area Bosnia, which is supposedly really good for leveling 71 plus. I've been very, very lazy about doing it. And as you can see right here, I've got a long way to go to get Endwalker ready on my classes. Just a little bit away. That's a lot of work. I'm gonna have to put my nose to the grindstone even off stream eventually. Alright. Splendid Chalconite. And one more. So I take it you play FF14 Veil? What class do you play? You play it religiously. Yeah, I actually used to do that until I leveled every single crafter class from 1 to 70 in a week and a half, and that burned me out. But then I did tank rotation leveling, and that burned me out even more. But you main the red mage, and you like a lot of them. Reds are pretty cool. Yeah. My original plan was to actually take a red mage into Bosnia, since he'd be able to self-heal and whatnot. But he kind of got to level 80 from the Beast Tribe quest before I got unlazy. He's still just going around with the level 70 Poetic Scare. Yeah. I definitely appreciate having them around. Like, one time, like, a boss run actually was saved because the red mage was switched over to healing me because the white mage got killed by a mech. But the dungeon was too low for him to cast raise, so so we just like ended up two-manning it. You didn't run with me last night, did you? Because that happened. I don't think that happened last night. No, the red mage event I'm thinking of happened a few weeks ago when I was leveling one of my other tank classes. Like, I only got like one run of the Vaulton, and that run was... Well, actually, wait, I got 2 runs of the Vaulton. Both of them were really fast. But... yeah, I was on my Paladin when that happened. I got that leveled 60 ages ago. High enough to raise them with red? What? Let me see here. Red mage. Let's take a look here. Where's Verraise at? Yeah, Verraise is a 64 spell. And the event I was thinking of was in the vault. So, yeah. We're thinking of different dungeons. Level 58 is the cap in the vault. But it always is nice to actually, like, be the clutch savior of a run. No matter what class you're on. It's just, red mage is more well equipped to actually be the savior of a run when someone else fucks up. I love dungeons like that, though. Yeah, well, the healers who are new and stressed, it helps. Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely ran into some new healers. Like, yesterday, I was doing my usual pulls and in the area, and I ended up, like, all of a sudden getting killed because the healer wasn't keeping up and whatnot. After a couple deaths, I, like, slowed down. But, like, I should have, like, slowed down a lot earlier than that. But it's nice getting all these new people in. They'll have to learn one way or another. Alright. Alright, we're actually ready for the Grand Cosmos. I don't even have to go down there. Alright, Duty Finder. I'm kind of tempted to go in there with Trust, just to hear them say other things. You think I should go in there with Trust to hear Thinkered and whatnot talking, or should I just Duty Finder it? Let's see here. Boom. Yeah. Which do you think would be more entertaining to see? As my most active chatter right now, I'll let you decide between Trust or Duty Finder. Putting you on the spot like that and everything. Oh, it doesn't matter to me. I just... yeah, I got to get more info, but yeah, like... Yeah, I don't really care if I go faster or slower. It's... I'm just going to go in with the healer either way. Pace is going to be controlled by the others. Yeah. I suppose I can go in with the trust then. Let's see here. Boing, boing. Yeah. Fort job it is. I really liked when I went through, what dungeon was it? Mount Gulg. And we ran into that lion boss. Like, I had Thancred. And he actually commented that, like, they're going at it again and whatnot. Because, like, in the opening cinematic, when he's saving Reen, he actually briefly fought that boss. So, I thought that was actually a really nice detail. Then there's that other boss mech where, like, you have to, like, walk across this thin line. You just have Thancred just run and jump across. You'll have Alphino, like, go really, really slow. Alice is just, like, cruising along. It's nice seeing the different personalities in those mechs. There we go. Form a party for the Grand Cosmos. Oh, I can't have Thancred right now. I'm eating dinner, so if I don't respond, I'm stuffing my face. Alright, that's fair enough. I just got done eating dinner myself. I had a barbecue and cheese sandwich. Oh, barbecue pork and cheese sandwich, I should say. And I had one pork egg roll, which was a leftover that I didn't get around to eating before. Let's see. I'll say Stola. Yeah. We'll register for duty with this. I should probably summon my fairy when I get in there. I've never done this dungeon before, so this will be interesting. For a second there, I thought I was seeing a mind flare. What's a tentacled abomination anyways? He's probably gonna eat my brains. Alright. Splurged tonight and got seafood platter, but I've picked at it and it's already almost full. 75% of the plate left. Just think of it like this. You got leftovers to eat for a little while. You're gonna be eating good. Should you value your lives, you will quit this place at once. Be gone with you. Yeah, I'm not leaving this place. From Aegis Sleep. Oh shit. Barry, you can keep him alive, can't you? Oh yeah, we should do that. Do that. Let's get those up. Yeah, we got all of them up. I think the Crystal X-Heart has everything under control, so I can just spam away. The Art of War is just spamming. Let them take the hits. I'll just get him up a little bit so he's safe. Alright. Let's get a look at these armors. That armor design's not bad. Not bad at all. Presence Chamber. Something tells me I'm going to be fighting him. Eggy Luftflow. Over armor. And put that up. Let's do this. Good chain stratagem up on them. Well, on the one guy. Honestly, haven't healed a dungeon in quite a few weeks. It's mostly just been Beast Tribe stuff and the occasional tank run. But my tanks have gotten up there real good. I got almost all of them at 60 now. Look how they make a mess of my floors. Swish and flick, my lovies. Swish and flick. Cross of blades. You know, I honestly expected literal blades to be coming at me, but no, I got these little demons with axes floating above them. I'm actually a little disappointed by that. I probably should be putting bio up on everything. Get him back up. Oh wow. They fucked up the party a bit. If I would have known that they were that dangerous, I would have laid down a barrier. Oh well. No one died, and that's the important thing. Though I should have lucid dreaming a lot earlier than I did. That way's blocked off. 2 Agalutos. Good enough. Woo. I'll take my Aether Flow points back. Yeah, I'm not walking it. Wait, those two, they walked back into it. This AI, they walked out of it while the bars were there. It went back in too soon. You didn't really miss anything that juicy, other than I got to laugh at the NPCs because they walked back into the AoEs that they walked out of, and they got decked hard. There was also this living weapon moment where I thought like I was gonna fight floating weapons, but there was demons with floating axes above them, and it was like, nah, that's not as cool as I thought it'd be. I didn't say they were smart computers. True enough. But I've done plenty of trust stuff, and I did the squadron stuff. I know they're not that smart. PD, I don't got Ungar Max. Like, Ungar Max would be fucking amazing to have right now. Ooh. Filth that wants for cleaning. Oh. Yeah, keep a distance from, I see what's going on there. We need to keep our distance from the cleaning spots because they go full AoE on that. I should probably turn up the music a little bit. This is actually pretty good, and I wasn't even noticing it for most part. Oh yeah, yeah. Like, I honestly didn't expect to like Lala as much as I did, and like, I mainly just made it as like a just in case I wanted to play as one. I was doing events on it, and then I decided to prank one of my friends. Like, I like, he didn't know I had a Lala, because like I normally run around with a cat girl, and so like I told him that I'd take off my clothes if he came to the gold saucer. So he went to the gold saucer full speed, hoping to see cat girl underwear, and he got Lala filled. And then I ran after him all throughout the gold saucer, screaming that he stole my clothes. To this day, I joke that the brass blades have a wanted, like reward for him. Oh damn! That's emergency tactics. Yeah, nothing wrong with being a cat girl. There's definitely a lot right being a cat girl, I should say. I just had so much fun messing with my friend on the Lawfell that I just decided to stick with it, though. I briefly considered becoming a bunny girl, though, until I found out that there was a Lalafell only room back in the Lalafell village. I had a lot of fun with some of the stuff there. I'm also a bun on an alt because I couldn't change my kitty. I know that feeling all too well. Oh, you haven't seen that room before, Vale? I suppose after this I can go there and show you. Like, there was a couple times like I kind of mocked my friends because they couldn't enter the room. Like, one of my friends tried to like Fantasia preview trick the game to let him in without Fantasiaing. It didn't work out, and he kept on getting kicked. So he gave up on that. But yeah, I'll give you a sneak peek as a stream viewer, the inside of the Lalafell clubhouse. It's actually a pretty sweet little area. I know where it is, I just can't crawl into the doorway, and that's bogus. Well, it's the Lalafell Master Race for a reason, dude. They just needed their own place where they didn't have to break their necks to look at other people. I didn't even think of it like that, but that makes so much sense. That makes way too much sense. Ooh, Garden's Wrath. Wait, do we literally have plant bombs here? What the deuce? Okay. I'm not complaining. I hang out at the Golden Saucer with Alala, and I tell them they're my favorite because they made me like them. Fair enough. I always like consider it like one of my personal jobs as a Lalafell to give people cavities. Speaking of which, here's what my Lalafell looks like from the front, and alright, there we go. I've had the star tattoo since the creation of that. And the Science Adventure outfit, it's the one I use for Fashion Report, so slowly it just gets dyed over time based on what the Fashion Report needs. So it just changes on that. Yeah. I'm glad you like it. I really think my Lalafell's a cutie too. Get those. I keep the tattoo under my left eye as well from creation. I think it's special. I know exactly that feeling. That's kind of how I feel about that. I don't think I could get rid of that tattoo on this character. I'll change the color of it, but it's staying. Fair enough. Ooh, I'm gonna get out of that. This Palace Garden area actually reminds me of that one Final Light Warden guy. The fat ruler guy. Only instead of everything being pure white, it's actually colored in properly. Okay, the box to your right, if you were to point straight up, what is that? I will take a look and see what you're talking about here in a moment. When the Porkies are, you know, not about to completely decimate me. Because they want my Crystal Exarch soul, and I don't want to let them have it. Catboy's mine! Get your own Catboy! Alright. Yeah, I think I could get rid of Fey Union for now. Alright, let's go back to that treasure chest and see what you're talking about. It was right here. You were talking about this thing? Were you talking about this? No, on my cam? Let's see. It's black and purple. Oh, you mean this? It's the Y'shtola figurine. I also got the Estinian one. I thought they were rather good quality looking, so I figured they'd be worth a buy. It was definitely worth the wait for them to come in. But I also got this, which you can't really see on the cam because I have this below the monitor. Even though I normally mained a Scholar Healer, the Scholar was a cat girl instead of a Lalafell, so I figured it was more appropriate to get the White Mage. Yeah. So anytime I glance down from my monitor, I can see that cutie. Alright. Okay, we can sprint back to where we should be going again. Oh, it's a boss. Liana and Sith. These cretins have a gift for creating familiars. If only there were not so many. Come then, little ones, let me show you the delights of my garden. That's definitely not a Rule 34 kind of saying. Alright. Boom. Well, this is a fun boss, huh? Well, we'll see what's it. Direct seeding. Ooh! Oh, you gotta pick up the seed, and you gotta place it down outside of the thing? Yeah, okay. I guess that makes sense. I guess we got a mini ad to fight for each one that doesn't go off the grass. Yes, on dirt it doesn't grow. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's fairly obvious. Do this. Oh shit! I almost fucked myself. Oh damn! I ate 4 attacks at once. That was not cool. Grow my children, grow. Show them the splendor. Oh. And the wind's gonna blow it one stage over. That's actually pretty cool. Holy crap. Don't be reckless. This is going to leave a mark. Yeah, it's definitely leaving a mark. I'll let you speak the things before I chime in because I don't spoil shit. Well, I actually figured it out, and then I looked over and saw what you said. That was perfectly executed. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. That. Oh, no. Huzzah, I didn't almost kill people. Alright. I think I recall, yeah, you did. I'm impressed because I sure as fuck didn't. I recall seeing mechanics like that before. I think it's on one of the fights in this game, but I can't remember what it was. Like, it didn't have like a grow seed mechanic, but it had a blowing on it, or maybe it was a different game that I'm thinking of. But yeah, that's why I instantly thought of it. Well, yeah. I'm probably not going to remember if it was a fight in FF14 that had that. I've been out of touch with this game for so long. But it probably was a raid level fight if it had a mechanic like that. That broom was just casually waltzing through the mini boss fight that we were doing. Garden is ruined. Mark my words, you will pay for this. I summon thee from flesh of stone. Is the door gonna open? Nope. Oh, bell porksies. They're here to keep me from getting all that treasure. Let's Bio everyone. Alright, we got everyone bioed. And now we can go on our spam spree. Oh yeah, I forgot I was supposed to turn up the music. Let's there we go. Okay, yeah, that's definitely better. And I only had to let the Crystal Exarch almost die to turn up this the music. Just don't tell all his fanboys that I almost let him die just to change the sound levels in a fight. I don't think I'd be able to survive. Why do you persist? Why will you not leave me be? Be welcome, madam. A lovely meal. The ghosts of the people who were here? Huh. Knights immortal, heed my call. Well, these are actual legitimate knights. And I almost got fucked. I need to pay more attention. Crystal Exarch took a while to get them all off of me. Alright. I'll just get that up and running. Okay, bio's off. Yeah, you guys are not gonna drive me out. You guys are not driving me out of here. Exarch! Wait, no. I don't want to use that just yet. Not when they're almost dead. Sir Javith, as the archer, you were the last to fall, but you died quicker than the others after the others fell. Oh shit! Lord Tull the Will, Sir Hamath, and Sir Finnebert. Yeah, I think some protections in order here. Alright, everyone's focusing on the healer. That's good. Oh god! Let's get the bio back up on everything. Yeah, you can... I'll just Fey Union him. You can casually get his HP back that way. Is everyone dividing their damage? I thought Lord Tull the Will would be the last to go down. Oh wow. I used up my entire Fey Union there. These guys hit hard. Oh, I think we're almost at the final boss. Let's see what we got here. Heaven's Eye Materia. Chamber of Courtly Love. I see you cannot be dissuaded from your misguided path. It's as if we're glimpsing the past. Alright. We're gonna have to fight the Eldrick Abomination. You've sullied these halls long enough. Come, Lugus. Our guests yet want for company. I don't even remember why I'm supposed to be in here. Insatiable Flame Lugus. I think I opened up this dungeon like half a year ago or something. Alright. Yeah, like I burned myself out really good when I went on my insane crafting spree. But I'm hoping to like have most of the grinding stuff done so that my OCD is not going to make me feel compelled to do insane extreme stuff. Okay, what the hell? Ooh! That's a cool ability. Alright. Slexar. That's fine. Oh, Mortal Flame. The flame is searing your flesh. Oh, and it blows up over time, huh? Oh! Oh! If you're not constantly moving, it'll blow up and you'll die instantly. Why did the others blow up faster than mine did? Like, okay then. Well, I got a long run. Duly noted. Keep running like a madman until it does blow up. Because that took over half my life instantly. I did not follow what they were doing well enough, apparently. On the upside, I got all my MP back by the time I managed to run down there. This is the walk of shame. At least it's not as bad as when I was in some other games when I walk back to a boss battle after a wipe. Alright. Is it related to the, huh. Level question, I didn't notice that those things were actually level questions. Huh. Go, Lucas, turn them to ash. Alright, well, we'll see if I mess up again. Scorching right. Alright, that's what goes on there. Can get rid of this map. The worldly heat. Captive bolt. Alright, this is the mortal flame crap. What are they doing? Okay. They bring it over to one of these fucking furnitures and destroy the furniture instead. That's what they did. I get it. That makes perfect sense. Fire's domain. Oh shit. Fire's ire. As simple as this boss is, he's really cool. Alright. Scorching right. Eventually he's gonna do a scorching left. Culling blade. Guess that's the tank buster. No. Otherworldly heat. Alright, Mortal Flame. I kind of figured that's what he was going to do next. Alright. We will do this. We'll get that back up. Once again, a scorching right. I wonder if he knows what a scorching left is. Fire's ire. Simple enough. Captive bolt. Otherworldly heat. And then he's gonna do Mortal Flame again. Gonna get a smoking crit. Oh, he actually is doing a fucking left. Oh, that wasn't gonna happen. I fucking called it. Like I was doubting that he'd do it, but he was like, "That's when they get you." When you drop your guard. Man, this guy is fucked. If I drop my guard, will you get me? Of course I will, Senna. So long as Grimsley's out of sight. I rather like that. I probably missed out on a whole lot of dialogue between my party members, but it was still nice. Oh yeah. Oh sweet. I can go straight to 9. Just I should do some shuffles of this. Potential 2. No. And let's see here. Yeah, I'll get more points and do another shuffle. Oh. What stuff did I end up getting here? War Gearing Offending, Pelt of Healing, Breaches of Maiming, Shoes of Striking. Nothing of note. Alright. I've finally advanced in the story a little bit. It's a new day. That was my fiercest familiar. Impressive. Oh, it's just a fucking Nomu. He definitely had me going there.
Backlog, 'tis good to see you again after all these years.
Beglug, 'tis good to see you again after all these years.
By your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain.
Is it actually loud enough for you, like, him to be heard talking?
But you must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Yeah. Well, we definitely need his help for something. I just can't remember what it is. 6-month coma will do that.
Beg?
Shake? Beg?
Our comrades' very souls are in danger.
Oh, yeah. We were here to get them back to the their proper bodies.
Will you not sit and hear?
Alright, that's good. That's good. I don't have to talk over him for those things. Yeah. Unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Hear our plea to save their souls.
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence! It was to escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men.
Words of temptation.
You are sinners, one and all, and I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
Never again to have parts in our affairs.
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion.
That Numu was abused.
But I know that the Numo are a good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to heal.
Oh God! He did that like intentionally. Heal instead of heal. No, actually, rather than doing it intentionally, it was probably misheard.
Be satisfied. I suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just. No. I mustn't. Not again.
You must, but thou must. There is no getting out of it.
Damn court mage seem to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety.
Oh, that's what happened. This Numu caused a lot of death. That's why he secluded himself.
Know not what you ask of me, what horrors my knowledge has wrought.
Refuse all you want. We won't lie down and accept defeat. We would never misuse it. Where's option 3? Change to Machinist and point a gun in his direction.
Your friends? Nothing more?
Yep, buddy. We just want to save our friends. We want to get them back to the planet we belong at.
Do you swear it?
Does your knowledge allow me to rule? Come on, let me try to get world-owning knowledge out of him.
Oh,
Well, at the very least, he seems to be helping my buddies. So I'll give up on the rest of the knowledge for now.
that is all, and I expect fitting payment for my trouble.
Oh, what's fitting payment for is the salvation of several
Commensurate
souls.
with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you.
All right.
Might I impose upon you to join us at the Cristeria? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
Absolute secrecy for the predicament. There you are. The others have gone ahead to the Crystal Tower with Beglug. For the record, I truly wish we hadn't had to resort to using such words when treating with them. I have ever sought to convince, not compel. Yet I cannot deny that a part of me is glad Urianger shared his knowledge of the Numu with us. Had he not, Beglug wouldn't be here. Speaking of whom, we should hurry. To keep our guests waiting would only add insult to injury. Alright. You may now enter the Grand Cosmos with a party of NPCs. A welcome guest. We mustn't dally here any longer, Kiara. If Beglug is to hear the truth of our travails in the first, you of all people should be present. Alright. To the Crystarium we go. Let's just entreat Beglug, so that he can get brought to heel and get many head pats. Let's see. Docile Gate. That'll be the quickest approach. Bum, 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 bum. Sprinting speed. Into the ocular. All right. I assume the Crystal X-Heart gave him the once over what's going on.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me not only that the return of night was your doing?
Yep, I returned the night.
You hail from another world as well?
I hail from the coolest world, the stronger one.
Everything we told you, of the source, the shards, the 7 umbral calamities, all of it is true. I realize how fantastical it sounds, and I would not blame you for doubting our testimony. But given your expertise, you must surely have noted the peculiar nature of their souls.
Yeah, our souls are probably pretty unique.
Any other time and I would have dismissed your stories as balderdash and flummery. But upon closer inspection, 'tis plain their souls are far denser than is normal, and that they do not possess true bodies.
Yep, we have super souls,
Save
and they don't have bodies.
your body is your own, and your soul is the densest of them all.
Yep, I'm closest to becoming a true Ashian. Other than my best friend, Xenos.
As I said before, were it not for their heroism, the skies over Norvrant would still be awash with light, the realm yet at the mercy.
Oh yeah, Vothri was his name. Yeah, his end was pretty gruesome. He deserved it though.
After all they have done for our home, seeing them safely back to their own, it seems the very least we can do.
Oh yeah.
Your tale is intriguing. Yes, very intriguing.
Well,
indeed.
hearing our tale was fitting payment enough for,
Is
well,
fitting
if
payment.
that's all it takes to get him to help us, okay.
As for your friends, I can but agree. Their valorous deeds on behalf of Norvrant are deserving of recognition, of their own fitting payment.
You will help us then?
Yes, Numu help acquired.
I will. I would see my knowledge put to good use for a change.
Numu redemption
I
arc.
do have one condition, however. I am not the spry young Mo I once was. As such, I will require assistance in my fieldwork and testing.
Yeah, we can provide all the assistance you need.
It would be our pleasure. We'll be laboring for our own benefit after all.
I'm finally advancing in the story again. Alright, let's see what they have to say. Did you happen to notice the magic brooms strewn about the Grand Cosmos? Uncanny. Yeah. That's just like her Master Matoya. Big Luke has a fine eye. Though we have yet to begin, I rather think the Exarch was right to call on them. I sometimes forget we're not truly here in the first. It'll be good to be whole again. Fortunately for us, Beg Lug is of a mind to see you and the fellow Scions justly compensated for your efforts. Yeah, that's good. You have spun quite a tale, but tell me, have you given any thoughts as to how you might return to your world? Exarch has some idea. White Orosite, you say? An intriguing proposition, but one which fails to account for the present state of your souls. They have become highly charged, likely as a consequence of having maintained tangible forms for so long. In such an energetic, unstable state, there's no telling what may happen to their souls within the Orosite. They could very well become immutable to transference, never to be restored to their bodies. That doesn't sound good. Then would it be possible to force our souls into a state of dormancy prior to transference? In theory, yes, but the soul is not a candle to be snuffed out and relit on a whim. Well, that sounds ominous. What exactly would rendering our souls dormant entail? In order to maintain a corporeal form, your souls constantly draw aether from your surroundings. This process must be halted and the resulting surfeit of aether removed. Your minds would ultimately be separated from these fox bodies of yours, rendering you incapable of interacting with the world around you. A cruel fate under normal circumstances, but one which will be rectified upon your return to home. That sounds like a very horrifying experience. Leaving lifeless husks like those poor souls at the end at Journey's Head, corrupted by the Senators, their aether made stagnant by the light. Corrupted? Stagnant? Might I see these unfortunate individuals? Why, do you think you'll be able to help them? I might, or I might not, but I shan't know for sure until I've seen their condition firsthand. Salvation Arc continues. Then I would be glad to take you to them, on the understanding that you won't do anything which might increase their suffering. It was my faith in man I lost, not my compassion. Well, I see no need for all of us to accompany you. While you escort our guests to the inn, I will assist Orianger in creating the requisite Orosite. Thank you for the follow, Vale. I appreciate it. I stream Monday through Thursday, but sometimes I'll stream on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday whenever I feel like it. I like to consider those my flex days. I believe my talents would be better applied to the endeavor as well. Might I leave the three of you to assist Begluk as necessary? Let us make for a ring then. Alright. And boom. Journey's in. Teleport. Alright, let's see what we got here. Halrick's just mumble. Beglig told me they wish to meet the worst afflicted, Halrick. There are times when I swear there's something he wants to tell me, if only he could form the words. Having broken Lake's stranglehold on the first, I would like to believe they will one day recover. Yet I fear that day may not come soon. It probably will with Beglug. So this is Halric, is it? Yes, his etheric balance leans perilously towards the light. Towards stasis. What do you suppose will happen to him? Not too bright, are you, boy? The same as all poor souls corrupted by the light. He will become a sin eater. You don't know that. We've defeated the wardens and banished the light from the night sky. Halric was completely unresponsive before, but now... Mumble. Then perhaps there is yet hope, If I may, there is a treatment I wish to administer to the patients. What sort of treatment? In the course of my studies of the soul, I once created a tonic which could temporarily stimulate the aether in one's body. After some refinement, it came to be used by the Knights of Voivert. Then for far darker purposes. Lest it fall into the wrong hands, I swore never to begin to make it, but for their sakes, I will break that oath. What was once used for harm will be used for good. It is not like to reverse stagnation, mind you, but it should offer some measure of relief. Alright. Treat the patients. Let's see what my tonic will have on their aether, if any. And let's see. Potent tonic invented by Beglug during the time of Vobert. It is said to revitalize the soul both figuratively and literally. Super alcohol. Totten stares blankly at you. It would seem the tonic has had no effect. Alright. Let's see about Pono. What is this warmth I feel in my chest? Oh, he was actually communicative. That's a good sign. Let's see what Voin has for him. Come now, you mustn't fret. I feel warm in my legs. They don't feel as heavy. Apparently it does help a little bit. Just not perfectly. Now then, have you noted any changes in the patient? A notable rise in body temperature and increased motor function in most of the patients, at least. The more severely afflicted show no response. As I feared then, 'tis true with the restoration of night, their corrupting influence of light will no longer grow. And yes, their bodies will naturally return to equilibrium given time. But this holds true only for their corporeal aether. Their incorporeal aether, that of the soul, is not so easily mended. Which is why those in the later stages of corruption like Halric appear unaffected by your tonic. Precisely. We'll save you, little boy. The boy's soul is too far gone, his mind held together by the finest of threads. There is a chance he may one day recover, of course, but it could take years, decades even. By the gods, he could wake to find himself an old man. A fine reward for his persistence, the opportunity to mourn the life he never had a chance to live. No, there must be something we can do. Look, I realize this is not why we petitioned your aid, but do you think it's possible we could find a way to hasten the recovery? Maybe. Nor do I think it impossible that in treating them, we might learn something of relevance to your own predicament. Alright, let's see. No, I'll just take the money. A little bit chilly. Alright, what do we have here? Did they just say what I think they said? Might there really be a way to help Halric and the authors? And help ourselves in the process? I can't talk to my fairy. Corporeal and incorporeal aether. I confess I had never had a cause to make the distinction. Beglug would like to speak of the metaphysical. I suspect the Crystal Exarch has told you of my past, that I was once a mage of the royal court of Vorbert, and that soulcraft was my field of study. The tonic you administer to the patients here is one of the fruits of my labors. I hope to do great things for the kingdom, but in the end my knowledge brought only suffering, a plague the like of which none had ever seen. In the hands of unscrupulous men, what should have been my greatest triumph instead became my greatest shame. You mustn't dwell on the past, and now you have a chance to redeem yourself. Well, I was saying this is his redemption arc. That I do. A comforting thought indeed. But let us return to the task at hand, finding a means by which we might revitalize these people's incorporeal aether. Do you think it can be done? Were the sky still ablaze with primordial light, I'd call it an exercise in futility, but now we have a chance. The method I have in mind will entail the conjuring of a familiar. They are able to amplify the energies poured into them, making them the perfect conduit for the aether revitalizing magics we will ultimately employ. If you're about to launch into a lengthy explanation of the metaphysics of your plan, don't bother. I'd rather get on with doing whatever it is that needs to be done if it's all the same to you. Whatever regents must be procured or spells invoked, I'll do it. Everyone's nodding. It's like, I admire your spirit. He's probably a little bit upset that he doesn't get to explain it. Very well, your first task will be to gather the necessary materials, the purest of waters and the finest of clays, as well as a fey lantern brimming with pixie magic. If you're convinced the resulting familiar could help the patients, fine. Alpha, no. The water and clay will be simple enough, but I think you know that what we'll have to do to get the lantern. You don't mean? The pixies took quite a liking to us before. If we humor them with our company, I'm sure they'll be willing to help us. They're gonna be the toys of pixies for a while. Fine. We'll pay a visit to Ilmeg. Though I never thought you would be the one to suggest going back there. I'm impressed you've been there at all, let alone befriended the Fey folk. Oh, while you're about it, seek out the Numu of Playa Ini. They will be able to supply you with water suitable for our needs. Right, let's get over this. There still remains the matter of the clay. Might I prevail upon you to find it? Alright, quest accepted. Super clay. Clay from Amarang would likely be best. Know you of anyone who might be able to assist us? I could ask the miners of Twine. Well, there are the scavengers at Mord Soak. I'll ask the miners. Ah yes, they will be able to point you in the right direction, I'm sure. While you and the twins are occupied, I will see if there is aught else I can learn of the stagnation, which can afflict the people here. Alright, let's speak with Magnus. To Twine we go. I wonder if we're gonna get like rooted over to Mordsork so that like our decision was worthless anyways. Alright, let's see here. Kiara, well, what a coincidence. You've come at a good time. We've just this moment finished repairing the Talus and trolley you lot took to Nabatha Ring. The trolley was no trouble, but the Talos would have been another matter, had we not had a visit from Master Chai. He offered us a share of the leftover building materials from Daedalus Stoneworks, as well as a few trade secrets to help us along. Yeah, I think that voice suits him really well. Clever man, the Chai knows. He seems pretty keen on the ideas I had for putting the giant Talos to work. Like a giant trolley, but Magnus still refuses to see all the good we could do with it. You're entitled to your dreams, Jarek, but that doesn't mean you can go harassing our guests with them. Master Chai was just being polite. And something tells me Kiara here didn't come all this way to talk about Charlie's. What is it you need, my friend? And I'm just going to explain that I need the best clay. I see in this familiar requires clay from Ring. Well, look no further. If anyone can find you some quality clay, it is us. Seeing that it isn't exactly a commodity nowadays, but there must be some lurking somewhere or other, waiting to be dug up. If I'm not mistaken, there was a time when they used to take clay from Mount Baron mines to make adobe bricks. Place is swarming with coyotes now, but if you're after the good stuff, you could do worse than to look there. Alright, I'm gonna have to kill some coyotes. And I'll just bring out the tank, fly over there, and pretend my tank laser is able to kill off the coyotes. And it's not going to be the chocobo packing or me boiling their insides or anything like that. Because PETA would be going after me on that. Oh, there's the Eureka mount. I kind of want the Eureka mount, but I'd have to do quite a bit of grinding for that. Alright. Oh, wow. Level 80 Wandering Coyote. I'm guessing he was summoned as part of the destination. Yep. Just put a bio on their thing as I start attacking my thing. You just don't tell PETA I'm boiling a coyote alive. That's probably pretty bad. Alright, let's see. I didn't even need to get on my mount again. Yeah, that's one of the things I've always done when it came to broil is I just claim that I'm boiling things instead of broiling. That better be the only thing we need from the Pixies if I have to endure one more prank, so help me gods. The Pixies were constantly confusing me with Alice. In jest, I assume. I mean, it's not as if we look that much alike. We don't look that much alike, do we? I would like if I had the option to say, yeah, I get you mixed up too. The twins have returned in one piece at that. I was convinced the Pixies would turn at least one of them into a garden ornament. But no. Meg Luke thought he was sending them to certain death. You have the clay, I take it? Wonderful. We need but combine the clay and the water, then heat the mixture with a Fey Lantern. After that, it will be a simple matter of settling upon a suitable form and performing the necessary incantation. Beglook, I have a question. In the event that we have need of this spell and you weren't around, would it be possible for another to perform the incantation? Assuming they possess the requisite skill, yes? Yeah, that's probably gonna come in handy later on, this skill that she's learning. Eldrick and the others have suffered so much, and I swore to do everything in my power to save them. If there's a chance the spell could do that, I would be the one to invoke it. Mayhaps you should be the one to do so. A deep understanding of the subject's physical state, combined with a strong desire to help them, can drastically increase the magic's effect, and you are plainly more familiar with these people than I. I dare say there are few in all of Norvrant more dedicated to finding a cure. Is that not so, Kiara? Absolutely, she's the best woman for the job. Very few, but if aught should go awry, I'll see what I can do. Is that a challenge? I'll be damned if I let it come to that. Then we're all of one mind on this matter. I'll say she'll be the one to conjure the familiar. And if she fails, the warrior of light will. Alright, what form are you going to decide on, Alice?
Let us begin.
Let us begin.
I trust you've prepared the clay.
Alright.
Very good. Now, I would have you sculpt for me a porksy.
A porksy? Okay.
Plump, with floppy ears and a short curly tail.
I guess that makes sense, and since they suck out a whole bunch of shit. Like they'll suck out the nightmares, they'll suck out the pollen. A porksy? I think I know what you mean. Oh yeah, the porksies are adorable. I really liked that Beast Tribe quest, going around sucking out the nightmares and destroying them.
There we are. How's that?
The mount I most wanted was the tank. And I don't even use it very much because I like the House of the Dead, the Palace of the Dead mount. Like, I got it like during one of the floor 100 runs I managed to get my friends to do. And like the Palace of the Dead mount or the Porksy mount? I have both of those. Yeah, like during the last floor 100 run we actually ended up doing, I got the whistle and I was like, I'm using that. Yeah, it's pretty pricey. You might actually have better luck just crafting and using the market board to get the money and buying it straight out. But I'm happy I actually got it. Like, it feels like an accomplishment getting it. Yeah, I was definitely lucky. My friends gave me crap over it too. There we are. How's that? Oh my god! That is the worst Porksy I've ever seen. Well, it is certainly creative. There's no denying that.
It is certainly creative. There's no denying that.
He's gonna get hurt. My character's looking at him as if he has a death wish.
Pay him no mind, child. Though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker believes that matters.
Alright, the power of belief overrides the fact that this is an abomination. She's raising an eyebrow.
Help him.
She's not happy about it.
But I speak the truth. If successful, this incantation will turn imagination into reality. Which is why the only thing of import is what you believe this figure embodies. You must focus. Hold the Porksy's image steady in your mind's eye.
Alright. The power of belief is paramount here.
Now then, as I taught you, relax and allow your energies to flow.
Is she gonna do it?
With flesh of clay I bid thee rise, on wings of dreams to touch the skies. What once was idle fantasy, I call forth to reality.
Alright. Let's see how much this is gonna change. Holy shit! That's a plumper than usual Porksy, I think.
Not bad for a first attempt.
Yeah, she did a good job.
Let us see what can be done for young Halric.
Alright, the Porks is gonna suck out all the aether.
Through the operation of the magics you invoked to animate this familiar, it is now replete with the energies required to stir the boy's soul.
Alright. Let's see it go into
Give
effect.
it a name, and it will do as your heart
Oh,
desires.
she has to name it first. Okay. What's the name gonna be?
A name. All right, I've decided. Go, Angelo!
Angelo. That's the dog's name from FF8. Is this just an FF8 reference? Angelo Heel? Oh, he felt a stirring in his heart. Ah, he's trying to speak. Oh. Mother, I... His first words in ages. And now he's crying. Oh, it's because the woman who was taking care of them died to save him. That's what that was for. I remember now. I remember now. The girl's resolve is quite impressive. One might almost think she drew from another. Mother Al. By the 12, though it was only for a moment he spoke, there may yet be hope for these people. Yep. They're gonna be saved. How's he? Backlog. Did it work? I believe it did. You and your fledgling familiar have done well. If my eyes do not deceive, a hint of color has returned to his soul. Gods, I would jump for joy if I weren't so exhausted. We're so close now, Halric. As you are even now in the process of discovering, this magic asks much of the invoker. What you may not have realized is that the same is also true of the subject. As such, we must proceed with caution. However, with further treatment, I have the utmost confidence the boy will make a full recovery. Observing the reanimation of his stagnant soul has been most enlightening. I will need time to put my theories to proof, but I believe I can fashion a spell to produce the opposite effect, that is, to induce stagnation, thus enabling our safe transport back to the source via our site. A thought occurred to me about this treatment. Begluck said when the soul is rendered dormant, the mind is separated from the body, that a person becomes incapable of interacting with the world around them. Does that not sound a lot like some of the tempered back in the source? Not really. It is the fate of most tempered to become slaves to primals, save in a handful of cases, or am I missing something? If I can master this technique, the art of revitalizing the soul, I know of at least one in the source who could desperately use such treatment. Counteracting the primals. That's, yeah. I guess that makes full sense. I remember Gabu. She wants to save her adopted little munchkin. The little gremlin of doom. Exactly. His condition is uncannily similar to Halrick's, is it not? The only difference being that his soul was suffused with earth-aspected aether instead of light. It follows that if his soul is subject to similar kind of stagnation, there may be a chance we can save him, right? Forgive me, but who is this Gabu fellow of whom you speak? I see, his condition does sound similar. Yet there is much and more about the soul that remains unknown even to me. I say this not to discourage you, you understand, but to remind you that this is delicate work we do here, work requiring patience. And of course, as long as there is hope for the patients here, I will devote whatever time is needed to see this through. But I refuse to spend that time in idleness. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay here with Angelo and continue with their treatment. Hello? Ah, there we go. The two of you should return to the Crystarium with Bagluk and see if can't make some headway with their newly posited theories. I would tell you to rest first, but I see you're not to be convinced. Ah, the fire of youth. Let us return to the Crystarium then. Finally, I've found you. Alright, who is it? Kaishir, what are you doing all the way out here? There's trouble back in Yulmore. Lady Chai's beside herself, sighing, pacing the whole lot. Near enough begged me to go and find you. Sighing and pacing, you say, it must be urgent. I take it I will be returned to the Crystarium alone? Go on then. It's not as if I have anything for you to do. Thank you, Beglug. Well, sorry for bothering you like that, but she says the future of Yulmore is at stake. Well, what could definitely be wrong? Is there going to be like a complete revolt and people leaving? Alright, let's see. Future of Yulmore is at stake. Well, do for them what you can, but keep an eye on Alphino, would you? See to it he doesn't involve himself more than necessary. Ah. There we go. Whatever could be so urgent for Lady Chai to summon us. Alright. Lady Chai's up in the parlor. Best not to keep her waiting, eh? Yeah. Well, now that talk's over, but yeah, I got it on my hotbar. The Black Pegasus. Like about 8 out of 10 times, I'll just summon out this. This is my most used mount now. But I also got the Fatter Cat. Yeah. The Palace of the Dead mount really is gorgeous. I am not ashamed that I spent money to get this adorable little thing. Hands. Well, I just realized your name is one letter away from my bunny's name. Oh? Kinara? That is cute. It'd be a little bit weird if I was a bunny girl, which I almost ended up being. Oh yeah, before I forget, I promised to show you the club room of the Lalafels. Let's see, where was that? Tamra. Last name starts with a S, but it's a joke reference. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Alright, it's right here. Boom. Longbeard cancel. This is the den of all the great Lalafels. Alright. We even have an upstairs section. Well, my Chocobo is smaller than normal. And he just teleports wherever he wants. Unable to summon a right amount. It's like, I don't remember him actually being in here before, but I might not have had him summoned before. They've got a lot of books here. The best part is you can literally see the outside the building. And as you can see, since there's a quest giver out there, like, if people were around outside, you could see them outside too. So it's not like zoning out of an instance either. But yeah, this is a nice little clubhouse. Alright, let's see. Back to Yulimar. Nope. Creepy Lala in the upstairs window. Yeah. Just staring at you from the upstairs window. It's like, I see you down there. Or even Neener, you can't get in. I totally did that with 2 of my friends. It was like, it was at different times. And it was fucking amazing. I was bragging about there being a party inside. Drinking with all my buds. Toasting up all the ale in there. It was a good time. It was the folks over at the Crystarium that told me you'd be down at Journey's Head. Lucky for me, you still were, running around after people's tiring work. Well, not out here seems out of the ordinary, though I do not see Lady Chai anywhere. Probably pacing around outside again, staring off into the distance, alright, and sighing. Strange, let's see if we can find her and discover the source of her distress. Alright. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. I'd be on this balcony here. Everyone's favorite chubby cat girl. One of my favorite gifts related to Endwalker is Chai finding out that Alphino's father disowns him. And she hears it. She runs over to the first and beats the crap out of Alphino's father for disowning him. It's a funny as all shit gif. Yeah. Well, thanks heavens you're here.
Lady Chai, whatever is the matter?
Lady Chai, whatever's the matter?
I knew not where else to turn. Oh, this is all too much for my poor heart to bear alone.
Too much for her heart to bear? What is it?
Alone? What of Master Chai?
Where's the Master Chai?
That is the very reason I summoned
Uh-oh, her husband's flown the coop.
What? What happened?
Oh.
It all began after the events at with Lord Vorthry out of the way. We all agreed that a new leader must be chosen.
Oh, people were probably trying to make him the leader and he writ and hid.
And so you held an election?
Yes, well, sort of. Not a single person volunteered to stand, you see. After a lifetime of leisure, we free citizens have grown somewhat indolent. Readapting to the harsh realities of life is trying enough, but to take charge of a broken city as well.
Yeah.
No one wanted.
Yeah, I can't blame them for not wanting to take care of
Nevertheless,
everyone.
could not well do without a leader, and so we decided that anyone and everyone should be considered a candidate. And after we cast
Yeah.
our ballots and tallied,
Unsurprisingly, all the ballots like landed on her husband.
Given the manner in which he
I'm gonna have to cheer him up again.
Talos, none could deny his leadership qualities.
Yeah, he's a good leader. It's just he's a reluctant type.
He'd proven himself at Daedalus Stoneworks, don't forget. He's more than qualified for the role. The perfect choice.
Yeah.
Indeed. I told him as much when his victory was first announced.
I wonder what box he's hiding in. The peer pressure's getting to him.
But perhaps I was too forceful in my attempt to encourage him. For shortly after that, he vanished without a word.
Don't worry, Julia. I'll find your husband. I'll talk him through this.
You believe he was so daunted by the burden of leadership that he felt compelled to flee?
Yeah, that sounds exactly like him.
Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes.
Exactly like
Your
him.
husband does not strike me as the sort of man who would abandon his duty, much less his beloved wife. There has to be some other reason for his absence.
I don't know, Alphino. I think you have too much faith in him.
You truly think so? What about you? What do you think has become of my husband?
She's asking me what became of the husband. Do I get a multiple choice? I don't know, but whatever it is, he won't have fled. Sorry, but I think he's fled. I'm gonna be honest with her.
Nay, my friend. The one thing he has not done is flee. Of that I am convinced. Through the most testing of times, he has ever remained at Lady Chai's side, placing her happiness before his own. He would not abandon her now.
He has a good point. Okay.
Wherever he may have gone.
Alphino may have grown up a little bit there. Either way, we're gonna find him. Don't worry. I'll have a convenient quest marker. It'll work itself out.
Thank you, my dear boy. You have set my mind at ease. I will trust in my husband and await his return.
Yeah, I might have to go back over to the Hostile Imperative and get one of those Unfailing Awakeners, but we'll get him back here. That was honestly one of the funnier quest lines in of the dwarves. The Unfailing Awakener, like you're basically getting them a shock rod to wake themselves up, and one of them liked it too much, so he awoke something else. You know, Yulmore's nothing like I thought it'd be, but somehow I can't picture going anywhere else. The Chais are part of it, I suppose. They've been good to me. Only wish there was something more I could do to help them. Alphino is plainly troubled. Oh, that's a cutie. It makes no sense for Master Chai to have left without a word, but even if he had, he would not have done so unobserved. Someone here must have seen something, I'm sure of it. We should split up and inquire as to whether anyone saw him leave, or, failing that, if they have any idea where he might have gone. I will meet you at the Glory Gate. Compare notes. Alright. And, Moen, yeah, I can see why she would know. Master Chai, well yes, I spoke with him recently, though I recall he was in a rather dour mood, concerned about Yulmore's neglect of industry, you see. With Lord Vothry's apparent inexhaustible stores of meal, no great need for money. It's little wonder our businesses were all but forgotten under his rule. But I assured Master Chai that the Boutique of Splendors will do all it can to contribute to the revival of trade here in Yulmore, which seemed to satisfy him. He took leave soon after. Alright, we learned about the stagnant state. Information in the buttress. Glory Gate. What about the derelicts? Southeast derelicts. Alright, we'll go to the derelicts first. Ethernet, Southeast Airlines. Room. It's the leader here. I recall a man fitting that description. Asked to speak with the poor buggers lately come from right. Said he wanted to know the state of things down in Derelicts, and you can be sure we gave him an earful. Lack of food, medicine, clothing. There's plenty to tell. We hunt high and low for whatever we can scavenge, and it's barely enough to fill our bellies. But folk here don't just want to survive, they want to thrive. When he heard that, he started mumbling to himself, something about finding us work, I think. Fair play to him, though. Not content with having his ear chewed about the derelicts, he asked about the other settlements and all that. After that, I can't really say. Looked like he was heading for the gate town last when I saw him. Poor living conditions of the downtrodden. Yeah, I can see why he'd be upset about that. Let's back up. Is it in here? There he is. Cornine. Looking for Master Chai, are you? Is something amiss? When the last I saw him, he seemed ready to collapse from exhaustion. I insisted he rest and catch his breath, and we talked for a while. About his concerns over the city's defenses, among other things. He made more than a few valid points. Many of our men are still recovering after your confrontation with Lord Vothri. And finding General Ranjit in a heap in the middle of the plaza shook us all to the core. The man commanded no small amount of loyalty, and some of our longest-serving soldiers seemed lost without him. Indeed, a number of them left. Not that we blame you, of course. Without you and yours, we'd still be blind to the error of our ways. Anyway, funding permitting, I propose replenishing our ranks with volunteers from the Derelicts in Gate Town. We have a duty to protect not only Yulmore, you see, but the surrounding regions of Clusia as well. I, for one, would welcome any man or woman willing to take up arms for the cause. Indeed, I told him as much, and he seemed relieved to hear it. It was on that note we parted ways. He... headed outside, as I recall. Perilous state of the defenses. Alright. Okay, I may have been wrong about him running away. I'll fully admit that. Any luck? I got nowhere myself, but it sounds like Alphanod might have. Ah, there you are. How did you fare? Have you learned anything which might offer a clue as to Master Chai's whereabouts? All 3 points of evidence. Interesting. He apparently paid a visit to the Queen Bee as well. They discussed the possibility of granting admission to customers from outside Yulmore, an idea to which the proprietor was surprisingly receptive. Sounds like he's got big plans for the place. Yulmore, I mean, not the bee. Perhaps, but the question remains, where did he go after leaving the city? All we know for certain is that Master Chai has shown great concern not only for Yulmore, but its surrounding settlements. It seems logical then that having consulted those within city walls, he would wish to do the same to those without. Kiara, if you would go and make inquiries and write, I shall do likewise in Stilltide. Gate Town I leave to you, Kaishir. Fair enough. Where should we meet when we've finished? Well, Top Rung would seem to be the most likely destination. Let us reconvene there. With any luck, one of us will have stumbled upon him by then, but if not, we will be well situated to continue our search. Alright. To right we go. I'm half beginning to suspect I will not be reaching Bosnia today. I half suspect it. No, the name doesn't ring any bells, but there was a rather dapper-looking Mistel gentleman here not long ago. He wanted to talk about relations between Wright and Yulmore, or rather the lack of them. We lost a great many people to their promises of mule and the chance of a lavish life among the free. Vothri thought to take even more from us, conscripting the few able-bodied men we had left to guard his paradise. I didn't tell you what happened when the Sin Eaters came. Such things are hard to forgive. But Vothri's gone now, and we're curious to see what will become of Yulmore in his absence. That's what I told your friend. Chai knows, was it? And I'm sure the others said the same. Not what he wanted to hear, I suppose, because he left soon after, and that was that. Alright. Oh. It'll just be faster to just fly up there. I'm not using the gate lift. I'm flying on alcohol power. I still find it funny that this is fueled by alcohol. But it makes perfect sense. Alright. Alright, there he is. Turns out Master Chai was over in Gate Town too. He spoke to a few of the residents apparently. They told me they'd never seen a posh bloke look so miserable. So he paid a visit to both, right in Gate Town as well, did he? As he, Kaishir and I gleaned much the same. He seems determined to salvage what goodwill might yet remain among the settlements of Kalusia. The only likely place he has left to go being Amity. Come, if we are quick, we may yet catch up with him. He's definitely doing a good job as a leader. Running himself a bit ragged, though. Rum, rum, rum. Well, there he is. Kiara, Alphino, Kashir, what are you doing here? We've come to drag you back to your wife, sir. She's going insane. Might ask you the same, Master Chai. We've been looking all over for you. Looking for me? Whatever for? Lady Chai has been nigh inconsolable in your absence. She claims you disappeared without so much as a word, and bade us return you to her side. What in blazes are you talking about? I left a letter for her in our chambers. Though I suppose she could have overlooked it. When she gets an idea into her head, I can only apologize. No harm done, Master Chai. But since we're all here, might I ask what compelled you to come all this way? We were told you'd been elected mayor. From what we gathered from the nearby villages, you've been inquiring about the people's grievances. Is it safe to assume you mean to take office? Now, let's not jump to conclusions here. I did seek to learn about the problems faced by the people of Kalusia. That much is true, but I am by no means sure I am the man to solve them. Tackling our many challenges will require resources, and until I have secured them, I would not be right to assume the role of mayor. I see, and you believe said resources can be found here. Indeed, the people's grievances are many, but in the course of my inquiries, I have already met with several individuals willing to lend their aid in addressing them. However, there remains one individual crucial to my plans, a man whose counsel may yet make a mayor of me. With respect, such forethought is in itself proof of your suitability. The city needs you, Master Chai, and I'm certain this man of whom you speak, whoever he may be, will reach the same conclusion. For what little it's worth, we will vouch for you should he require convincing. Whatever you need, you can count on us. We believe in you, Master Chai. I don't know what to say. As the rain starts falling around us, this is supposed to be inspirational and moving. We're getting fucking drenched. I don't think the world agrees. You don't need to say anything. You've got your actions to speak for you. For as long as I can remember, all I ever wanted was to make it into Yulmore. But the dreams are gone now. Burst like a bubble or boil, more like. Anyway, outside of repaying Master Alphana, I haven't had a clue what to do with myself. Spent most days in a daze. But you've been running up and down trying to find a way to fix this mess for everyone. And I reckon you can do it. You got this lot up Mount Gold, didn't you? How hard could marrying be? You've got to steer Yulmore to a better future, I know it. And I want to help, properly help, do something that makes a difference. I don't know what that is yet, but I'll work it out on the way. If you let me come with you, that is. You give me entirely too much credit, the lot of you, but I can't deny it gives me heart. Come then, let us press on together. Yeah, he's come a long way. But we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. Yulmore needs more than a man with good intentions, which is why I'm here. To find one with the experience needed to see the city thrive. Who is this man exactly, and are you certain he's here in Amity? Rendon is his name, and yes he is, or was. I had scarcely begun to explain myself when he decided his time was better spent elsewhere. He served as chief advisor to Vothry's father when he was in office. If Ranjit was the mayor's right hand, one might say Rendon was the left, and between them they kept Yulmore on the road to prosperity. The city needed more than a mere man of business, which is why I must find him. But even if you do, what makes you think he will listen? Before giving chase, might it not be wise to speak with those who know him here in Amity? They might be able to shed some light on his reason for rejecting your overtures out of hand. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Perhaps we should start with Tristal then. As I recall, you made a rather unfavorable impression on him. I'm certain he would be willing to talk to us. Alright. Let's do it. Tristal. Okay, that's not what I was thinking it was. I realize it was me who suggested speaking with Tristal, but who's to say he will be any more receptive than Rendon? Ah. Why should any of them give me the time of day? Bah, that's no way to think. Ignore me. According to Master Chai, the Rendon fellow occupied a position of considerable influence in the Yulmoran leadership. Which begs the question, why did he choose to leave? I reckon Yulmore could learn a thing or two from Amity about standing on its own 2 feet. Then again, so could I. Greetings, friend. And to you too, Master Chai. I presume you are to ask about after Rendon. I couldn't help overhearing your earlier exchange. Yes, well, with Vothry gone, Yulmore wants for a leader. Should no one rise to the challenge, the city could very well collapse. I came here seeking Rendon's castle in the hope that we could build a better Yulmore together, and that is still my wish. But given how abominably you were mistreated there, I will quite understand if you chose not to help. Worry not, Master Chai. I bear no grudge against you or the people of Yulmore, and I would not see you suffer for Vothry's villainy. As you no doubt gathered from your meeting here earlier, Rendon can be rather uncompromising. He has his principles, you see, and a little patience for anyone he deems less committed to their own. And a desire to right the wrongs of the past, of your past, of Yulmore's past, is quite admirable. But I fear the guilt you bear on the city's behalf works against you. I can see it in your eyes, in the way you carry yourself. It goes without saying he sees it as well. You must let those feelings go, Master Chai. Be more assertive, commit to this course, and prove to him Yulmore has the resolve to change. The resolve to change. I believe he was heading towards Pit 8 when he left. If you plan to go and speak with him, I suggest you be firm and clear with your intentions. Very well, to Pit 8 we shall go, and I will not take no for an answer. Nay, not even a maybe. Yeah, Master Chai committing has definitely been a problem for him in the past. He's gonna have to step up. Oh, that's the cool dragon. One day I'll have that. One day.
Well, it's you again.
Well, it's you again.
Well, I see you've invited your friends. Need them to fight your battles for you, do you?
Need your friends to fight your battles for you? Oh man, he's striking hard at
I
that.
didn't invite them, as it happens, though they are indeed my friends. Not only mine, but every true
Yeah,
Lawrence.
we invited ourselves to help him.
They are the ones who awakened us to the truth, to Lord Forthry's villainy, the famous warriors of darkness.
Yeah. We awaken them.
Are they now?
Yes, they are. It would be no exaggeration to call them our saviors.
Yes.
We owe much and
Heap more
to
praise on me, Chai.
but we cannot depend on that kindness forever.
I understand that you want to be independent, though.
To do so would be a little different from entrusting our affairs to Lord Forthry. Hey, we must learn to stand on our own 2 feet.
I really should turn up the
And I
NPC
would have
volume,
you
I think.
present to witness my attempt.
Hear, hear, Master Chai.
Alright, Chai, I'll stand behind you.
Your sentiments are admirable. Yet admirable sentiments do not a nation make. In my capacity as advisor, I once strove to build a better Yule. Gave honest counsel to my superiors, drafted laws for the benefit of one and all.
Yeah?
But
He tried his
in
best.
time, my values fell out of favor. There was no need for them in this paradise Forthry was creating. And so I left my homeland behind.
Oh, this guy was actually genuinely wanting to help everyone. And he left because Vothry didn't want it.
Chai News, you were content to wallow in indolence under Forthry's auspices. And so I cannot help but ask myself what manner of nation you intend to build.
Well, what kind of nation do you want, Chai?
I can offer
No simple answer to the question. He was gonna give up on Chai, but Chai's gonna answer. He's gonna pull through.
But this much I will say.
This much I will say.
It is my hope that Yulmore can become a nation which her citizens might freely choose to build together.
A free nation. Come on, man. Everyone's gonna prosper.
Great many people, myself included, flocked to Yulmore seeking sanctuary. The alternative being to live in fear and die in pain.
People took the easy way out.
Seemed an easy choice.
And that's true.
Sanctuary we found.
Sanctuary found. As much food and drink as we could ever want. Secured at the cost of the surrounding villages. Little wonder the people gathered at our doorstep begging to work among the bonded.
The free were blind.
The free were blind to it all, of course. Content to, as you say, wallow in indolence, in ignorance.
Were I mayor,
Were I mayor, I would first take stock of the city's resources and see that they were assigned equitably. Our days of reckless consumption are behind us.
The
The distinction between free and bonded died with Vothry. The needs of rich and poor alike must be considered if our nation is to survive. To which end, I would take steps to secure channels for supplies, rekindle relations with nearby settlements, re-establish industry, reach out to neighboring nations, and the list goes on and on. But I am no ruler, nor even a politician. I am an entrepreneur. My expertise lies in planning and profit. I haven't the knowledge or experience to run a nation. Please, Rendon, will you not help me? Together we could solve the city's problems. Build a Yulmore for the people. This is a strong appeal to what he wants. A Yulmore for the people. He can scarcely believe he's hearing those words.
I'd rather like the sound of that.
I rather like the sound of that. Yeah?
But
before I offer you my counsel, I would be certain of your ability to perform the duties of office.
You would?
You would?
ask me
You asked me to help you solve Yulmar's problems, but first I would see you solve one of your own. Accomplish that, and you will prove both to me and the people that you are a man worth following. He's a smart man. Remains to be seen if his words will translate into deeds, but I shall endeavor to keep an open mind. Imagine a Yulmar that even a bloke like me could help build. People cannot be brought together on the strength of high ideals alone. This I know from painful experience. Rindon was right to demand proof of Master Chai's commitment. Alright, Chai. Step up. Right then. Is there a particular issue you would have me resolve? You seem to have conducted an assessment of the problems Yulmar now faces. I assume you will agree, therefore, that the matter of dwindling food stores is the most pressing. Ah yes, meal being neither a desirable nor less sustainable option. I assume alternate foodstuffs are now required to fill the void. And a man who hungers does not like to contribute much to society, save violence, perhaps. So tell me, how do you propose to solve this problem? Give me a satisfactory answer, and I will consider offering you my counsel. Well, let's see what he says. Deep thought. A combination of measures would seem to be in order. One to address the immediate issue of supply and another that of production. Go on. For the present, Yulmar's coffers can be used to purchase food from our neighbors. This would afford us time to address the underlying problem that affects us all. The long-standing neglect of agriculture. I'm running out of water. The villages that once served as sources of trade for foodstuff must be repopulated, their means of production restored. I'm gonna refill my water. One sec. Alright. My throat was getting way too dry. Starting to have coughing issues. This assumes, of course, that we can rekindle relations with our neighbors, guarantee security and stability in the region, and most importantly, find people willing to leave the city and take up the rebuilding effort. My, think of that all by yourself, did you? Well, yes, it began as a rather abstract plan I drafted some time ago, after speaking with the peoples of Yulmar and the nearby settlements. You've impressed me, Chinos. I have? Well, that is a relief. Oh, you haven't secured my support just yet, only my attention. Grand plans will not be enough to persuade the masses. If you'd ask them to rebuild, you must provide them the means to do so. A fair point, Rindon, and one that which I will give much thought. I propose the use of Talos to aid in the establishment and maintenance of these settlements. Their employment should drastically improve efficiency and ultimately increase production. Talos, but Daedalus Stoneworks closed their doors years ago. Without a ready supply of the necessary equipment, the people would starve before your plans could be put into effect. Well, as the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, I just so happen that Talos are my field of expertise. With a little help, I'm quite certain we can acquire what we need in no time at all. Yep. Time to build a whole bunch of golems to solve the work. You had a hand in constructing that giant Talos to the north, did you not? When the Yulmoran volunteers began arriving, I hid myself away lest I be recognized, thus depriving myself of what I am reliably informed was a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle. Bugger. That rending geezer doesn't seem so bad. But what was Master Chai worried about? He's got to give himself a bit more credit. Do you see it? There's a fire in Master Chai's eyes that were not there when we first met. A fire we had best keep kindled if we wish to see Yulmar change for the better. Alright. Rindon is quite right. Building Talos from scratch would require time we simply do not have. Which is why I propose to make use of the long-abandoned Talos, which wander the wilds of Kalusia. They will need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, the tools required to do so should still be at top rung. Come with me. All those wild Talos gonna be actually put back to proper work. That's a good plan. Huh. There was another story segment for that near spectacle. Alright. I'll worry about that later. The main story comes first right now. So he's an authority on Talos, is he? What other surprises could he be hiding, I wonder? How'd you catch a Talos then? Dig a hole and lure it in? It is one thing to repair an immobile Talos, as Urianger did. But quite another to catch one. Surely does that sound a trifle dangerous? Aha, the old memory hasn't let me down. This chest contains canisters filled with a dastardly potent insulating powder, capable of halting the flow of aether in a Talos. We need only get within throwing distance of one and let it fly, thus disabling them without damaging them. Ingenious. An old trick of the trade, nothing more. Once disabled, it should be a simple enough matter to get them to march to Yulmar. More extensive repairs can wait. Ordinarily, this is where I would ask you to run along and do the deed, but as I have said before, it's high time we learn to stand on our 2 own feet. Thankfully, throwing canisters is something even I should be able to manage. Come off it, Master Chai. Even if the Talos ain't a threat, there's 101 other things out there waiting to make a meal of you. That as may be, Kaishir, but Randon tasked me with solving the problem. I will not sit idly by while others risk everything to see my harebrained schemes realized. Not this time. Which isn't to say the mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. Truth be told, I can't feel my legs. But if I'm to prove I'm a man worth following, I must lead by example. Well said, Master Chai. Here, here. Alright, but if there's any trouble, we call it off. You know what? I'm going to actually be supportive of him this time. I was tempted to not be. Yeah, well, it should go without saying that I have no intention of dying for this. I've always preferred living to see the fruits of my labors. And to make sure I do, I will require your help. It is as Kaishir says, these lands are dangerous if one is not careful. I would ask you to use my spyglass to look out for any beasts that could get in the way of my work. I will also need you to alert me when it's safe to subdue the Talos. Understood? Good, then let's be off the quick way through the north gate and see if we can find a suitable vantage point for you. Alright. We have a game planned. Oh, I'm already there. When first he arrived, I could barely hear him over the knocking of his knees. Now this, I'm not sure what's gotten into him, but whatever it is, I like it. Yeah, that's how Chai works. There's a little point in both shouting instructions, keep him safe. Alright, nothing to worry about. Just a simple matter of sneaking up on the Talos while avoiding the slavering, bloodthirsty beasts lurking behind every rock. Child's play, ahem. When you're ready, let us begin. Either Master Chai's off his nut, or this means more to him than he's been letting on. Keep a lookout for danger and alert Chai knows when it's safe to incapacitate Talos. You may move the spyglass as well as zoom in and out, point the spyglass at Chai knows, and give him the signal to sneak near the Talos. Oh! Perhaps it'd be best to approach from the rear. Back is turned. Nice. It's not going to attack him if it doesn't see him. I did it. I did it. Let's move on to another tell, shall we? Ooh. You gotta be careful of the bombs. Calm yourself, old boy. Everything will be fine. I have to click on him. Master Chai's doing it. He's getting all the workers he needs. I do believe I'm getting the hang of this. You may leave the next one to me, Kiara. He's gonna do it on his own. I'm proud of him. He's a big boy now. Aha! That should do it. Now we have everything we need to proceed. That roar of triumph. It needs only 3 of them to get started, I guess. Oh, this is a sight they didn't expect to see. Let's see here. Blimey, thought my heart would stop there a moment. Might take a couple moments. I would seem I misjudged Master Chai. There may be hope yet for Yulmore. Our friend returned with nary a scratch. Well done. I was tempted to get him hurt, but I decided to be a good person. I could scarcely believe it. It was a reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I think Corpse Party rubbed off on me. I did it. Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Yulmore's food stores showed forethought and sound judgment. What's more, it's plain your time at Daedalus Stoneworks has equipped you to lead, as evidenced by the extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Yulmore. I thank you for your vote of confidence, but the fact remains I am wholly ignorant of the world of politics, which is why I would ask you to join me and grant Yulmore the benefit of your counsel. I would be honored. When the people behold these Talos, I have no doubt they will lend you their support. It would seem Yulmore's leadership is at last in capable hands, would you not agree? No. We should probably be getting back soon, Master Chai. After you've tinkered with the Talos and all that, Lady Chai's worried sick. She'll be overjoyed to learn what he's been up to, though. Oh, the upbeat music.
Right then. Form a line and make for Yulmore.
To Yulmore, golems. I wonder if they're gonna initially panic when they see those Talos until they realize they're walking alongside us. What's that noise? Wicked White, run away, Talos! Call the guard. They're panicking like I thought. Stay back, all of you. Ah, Julia's came out. She's gonna be the first to notice her husband. Is that?
Darling.
Darling, you're back.
But of course I'm
Oh, of course I'm back. You didn't. Oh, he's gonna get his back broken. Dearest, I can't. She killed him again. Oh dear. She's got superhuman strength. Oh, good thing Alpha Node's a healer. Thank you. I'm sorry, my darling. It's just the sight of you filled me with such joy. I couldn't help myself. It's all right, dear. I should just have come out and said what I was intending instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Does that mean you'll do it? Well, I'm here, aren't I? I mean, not that my absence signified any unwillingness, you understand. Naught could be further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor.
And now that I
have it, I believe I'm ready to take office. Oh, how wonderful. Everyone's overjoyed. Love vision. Is his back gonna break again? That look of dread.
please.
Getting his back broken twice in a row. That has gotta suck. Love painful. Love is so painful. Alright. Sorry I wasn't much help. Still seeing Master Chai go after the Talos was something inspiring stuff. I dare say the future Yulmor has never looked brighter. And China's back has never been worse. I'm fine. I just need a moment, Wheeze. Thank you again for finding my husband. I confess I was not expecting your return to be quite so grand. That dear sweet man, he's going to make the most wonderful mayor. I just know it. He's going to need a dedicated healer. That was quite a reception. One Master Chai will struggle to forget. Right? More seriously, the arrival of Talos has seized the public's attention. Once word is spread around Yulmor, it will be that much simpler to gather one and all so that Master Chai can make his inaugural address. There's no time to lose. We must begin making the preparations for the inaugural. I have to head out, but I'll catch you soon. Take care and keep pushing through. Thank you, Veal. I hope you enjoyed your time here, and I look forward to speaking with you again. Have a good night. There's no time to lose. We must begin making preparations for the inaugural address once Master Chai has caught his breath. Pain and pleasure orchestration stroll. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely makes sense right now. They knew what they were doing. No need to fret, Kiara. I've never felt better. Your coughing doesn't make me think that. Not at all overawed by the prospect of addressing the assembled masses of Yulmore. As for where to do it, if we're to accommodate everyone, we might feasibly wish to attend. I suppose the only place large enough will be the Emergent. Then I will go and spread the word among the citizens, both free and bonded, that they are to assemble there to meet their new mayor. You there, Kaishir, was it? Will you go and inform the residents of Gatetown and Derelicts? Of course I will. Good lad. I will let the guards know not to bar the way to Vothri's chambers. It goes without saying that I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming she's available. Might as well see it out through the bitter end, eh? The doorman at the Crown Lift will show you up. Alright. Does he have anything new to say? Don't worry, I'll make sure that there's everything there for Master Chai's speech. So go ahead to the Emergent. Alright. Let's see. You know, I'm just gonna teleport up there. Why walk when I could just teleport? Alright. Chatting the lift operator. To the Emergent, my good man. Ah yes, Master Chai told us to expect you. The Emergent is already filling up with people of all persuasions. Free and bonded, citizens and non-citizens. But for you, our guest of honor, we have reserved a place at the front. Right this way, miss. Special treatment, yeah! You got this, Chai. Don't lose hope. Him. Go on, dear. Dulia, the supportive wife. Thank you all for gathering here today. Before going any further, could I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around? Tis a sight none of us would have ever seen under Lord Vothri's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the people of the Derelicts and Gatetown too. Today we welcome the Warrior of Darkness, come to bear witness to Yulmore's new beginnings. As you know, an election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Vothri. You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations. And I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness. You got this, Chai. Always, I say, but not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor who will serve only for the interim, while Yulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values. No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Vothri must be undone, but even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new, to what manner of nation Yulmore will become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. and so I propose that an open forum be held. Then we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future. However, there can be no talk of tomorrow unless we first address the issues of today. Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done. Too much for a mere man of business, and so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together to see these problems solved. The road before us will not be easy, and I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you. But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normalcy, let us reconvene to speak of the future. Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength for Yulmore. Yeah, they're not gonna let him get away with leaving. He's mayor for life. You got all the support you need, man. He did good. Speak with Chadden. Written in. Now our work can begin in earnest. I very much look forward to seeing this Yulmore for the people. The city of final pleasures, they used to call this place back when the world was ending. But now I hope it becomes the city of new endeavors. Wasn't he simply wonderful? Seeing him take charge of the room as he did? Oh, it reminds me why I fell for him in the first place. Seeing everyone come together like that, it was beautiful, that was. Alright. That was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. Stirred them to action, I hope. If I have learned anything from all of this, it is that change begins with the individual. Yeah. 'Tis but a matter of finding the strength to take the first step. Assuming my fellow Umorans can, it shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk the road we have chosen. Well said. We must not forget the individuals who made all of this change possible. Were it within my powers, I would carve a tribute to your heroism into the very stone upon which this city stands. I hate to change the subject, darling, but now that you've officially taken the office, have you given any thought to your mayor's seat? Yeah, you can't use the Vothri seat. We will not be moving into the emergent, dearest. It's too big for one thing, and too far from the people for another. We will retain our current residence, and I will govern here in the parlor. Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor. Begging your pardon, Master Chai, but have you got time for a word? Ah, yes, of course. Hathenbet? Aye, that's me. I liked your speech, but there's folk outside these walls as don't even have enough food to last till tomorrow, and more who are counting their crumbs. If you've planned to change that, I want to help set things into motion. Then we've much to discuss. No sooner do I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it upon myself. Thank you again for your help, Kiara. Hope to see you again before long. Yep. You guys have fun together. What a day. I don't know what it means exactly, but I do know I've got plenty to think about. I sense we all have a great deal to consider. I had resolved to remain here until such time as Yulmar's future was secured, but it is clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. I have every confidence they will find their way. I believe it is time we win on ours. Yeah, Yulmar will be fine. With Master Chai at the helm, if only for the interim, I feel I can bid farewell to Yulmar and return to the source with no regrets. So Alphanod's leaving too, is he? Seems like everyone's moving on. Everything's changing. I've been thinking what I should do in all this. Like I told you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living here with my friends in paradise. That paradise is gone, but something better is taking its place, and I reckon I want to be a part of it. This Yulmar for the people Master Chai's been going on about ain't gonna build itself after all. Not that I'm much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference, though. Help keep things changing for the better. A far nobler dream than the one to which you clung before, and one I'm happy to say we share. Whatever path you chose, I will pray for your success. Well, when you put it like that, there's no going back now, is there? We've got a few ideas, and how we can go about our bit. Just a matter of taking the first step. Alright, pain before the pleasure. I'll just go ahead and do that. Okay, sure. Still not quite sure how I'll do my part for Yulmar, but I'll think of something. Well, I had a lot of fun advancing this story. Getting to this point. And despite like being like 40 or 50 minutes late, all in all, it was a good day. Met some new people, but it is time to call it good for the night. I've got work tomorrow, so I hope you all enjoyed the stream, and you all have a good night. See you next time.